So we have x equals to e to the power cos 2t, y is equal to e to the power sin 2t. We have to find out dy by dx. Please see, there is no t term on the right. So dx by dt, dy by dt we'll find out, we'll divide them and see where it takes. Y equals e to the power sin 2t, so dy by dt will be e to the power of anything will be e to the power of that thing only, so e to the power sin 2t, and then sin 2t will be cos 2t, and differentiation of 2t will be 2, only 2, so I'm writing 2 here. This is dy by dt. Next we'll do dx by dt. So dx by dt will be x is equal to e raise cos 2t. So we are now differentiating it. So this e to the power cos 2t, and cos 2t is minus sin 2t, and then 2t is 2. So dy by dx we have to find. Let us divide these two. When we divide, what are we going to get? See, I am just dividing these two, dy by dt and dx by dt. So you have 2 minus 2 e raise cos 2t and then sin 2t. So first you can just cancel these 2 out. There will be a negative. E raise cos 2t is x. E raise sin 2t is y. So in this place you can write y and x, because this is the question. In the question it is given already. How about cos 2t and sin 2t? Because we cannot have a t on right. We have already come till this point, negative y by x and cos 2t and sin 2t. And if you see, this x is equal to what? E raise cos 2t. So when we take the log x is, when you take log of e, it will be 1. And whatever is the power, it will come like that. So it will be cos 2t. Similarly, y is equal to e raise sin 2t. When we take log of y, this will be equal to log of e sin 2t. So this log e base, it cancels out, and then there will be only sin 2t. So sin 2t will be log y. So in place of cos 2t, we are going to put log x. Similarly, for sin 2t, we will place log y. Alright. So if you see this is your answer. This one and this one. X is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t, dy by dt is equal to 1 by root 3. When t is equal to 2 pi by 3. Now this 2 pi by 3 is actually 120 degree. How can you get it? See, when you have 2 pi by 3, let us convert it into degrees. So you have to multiply it by 180 by pi. This gets cancelled. 3 6 are 18. 60 into 2 is 120. 120. First, let us find out the solution, and then we'll place t equals to this 120 degree. X is equal to cos t. Dx by dt is equal to cos t is minus sin t. So it will be negative sin t. Y equals sin t. So dy by dt will be equal to cos t. This you know already. Divide them. Dy by dt and dx by dt. So 1 and 2, let us mark them and just divide them. So you have cos t divided by minus sin t, which is cos t, sin t is actually minus cot t. Okay, when t is equal to what? 2 pi by 3. So 120 degree. There are various ways to write. You can write it as 180 minus 60. You can write it as 90 plus 30. Whichever way you want, or whichever way you like it. Means the answer, it's up to you. How do you get it? Okay. So better way is always to deal with 90. So cot 90 plus 30. Minus cot 90 plus 30. And since whenever we have this sin 90 minus theta, it is cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta it is sin theta, like that. And if you take add sugar to coffee, you can also find out, or all student to college, From here you can find out whether it will be negative or positive, like that. So cot 90 plus theta, it will be negative, and it will be tan. So tan 30 it will be. And tan 30 we already know it is 1 by under root of 3. So negative 1 by root 3. This positive 1 by root 3, because negative will come out. X is equal to a t plus 1 by 2. Y is equal to a t minus 1 by t. So this question we have already done. Only t was theta. Theta plus 1 by theta. Theta minus 1 by theta. So you just have to go back. The already question has been done. And it was x by y. But still I will show you the solution so that you can try by yourself. And if you have followed previous questions, you know already how to do this. And finally, this t plus 1 by t and t minus 1 by t has to be replaced by x and y, which I already explained earlier. So I hope this will be done by you. So t is between negative 1 and 1. Dy by dx we have to prove as 1, and this x and y is given. So there are two ways to do it. First way we have already discussed. Sine inverse of something, 1 by under root 1 minus square of that thing. Tan inverse also you know, 1 by 1 plus x square. But we will take a different scenario here. How? X is equal to sine inverse 2t by 1 plus t square. Let us make it say easier. If you remember, when we actually did by 1 by under root 1 minus x square and 1 by 1 plus x square, that is the actual way or the differentiation of tan inverse, sine inverse and cos inverse. You already seen it was quite complicated. But here we will put t as tan theta. So when you are taking something t equals to tan theta, you have to see it has to be between the boundary of the region the question has given. It is negative 1 to 1. So t is between negative 1 and 1. So let us take t as tan theta. So tan theta is between negative 1 and 1. Okay, now let us take tan inverse on all these values which are in the inequality. When we take tan inverse negative 1, so it will be negative pi by 4. I already explained you how it will be negative pi by 4 in the previous discussions. So theta and pi by 4. And now you need 2 theta. Why you need 2 theta? Because already seen that it's going to come as like that. I'll just show you. So I'm multiplying it by 2, everything by 2. So what do you get? 2 theta. So you have minus pi by 2, 2 theta. And there is no problem with this. Negative pi by 2. This is in our range. Okay, now let us put x as tan theta. So x is equal to sine inverse 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now let me tell you, if you remember this result, it is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but sine 2 theta. So sine inverse gets cancelled. That is why I took 2 theta. Remember, 2 theta was taken like this. So now you have 2 theta, and what was theta? Remember, t is tan theta, so theta will be tan inverse of t. So 2 tan inverse of t. So 2 tan inverse of t, in place of theta I am writing tan inverse t. This is x. Now dx by dt is equal to 2. Tan inverse t is now easy. 1 by 1 plus t square. Remember, in the beginning of this question I told you about that. Coming to the second part, which is y equals tan inverse 2t by 1 minus t square. So y is equal to tan inverse 2t by 1 minus t square. So t is equal to tan theta. Same thing we are going to put. T is tan theta. And same thing, this you have to do it for this part also. Please remember, I am not repeating it, but this part has to be done again because this is a different thing. But all these steps will remain same. So y is equal to tan inverse, I am putting t as tan theta, so 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta, and this is nothing but what? This is what? This is tan 2 theta. This is tan 2 theta. So it will be tan inverse tan 2 theta. And you can just cancel this tan and tan inverse, it will be twice theta. That is why we have to do this boundary checking. So 2 theta it will be, theta is nothing but tan inverse t, dy by dt, and again this is twice of 1 by 1 plus t square. And if you see dx by dt and dy by dt are both same, when you have dy by dx, so you have to write dy by dx as dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So these both things are to be divided, and since they both are same, what do you get? You get this as 1. That will be your 1. X is equal to sine cube t by under root cos 2t. Y is equal to cos cube t by under root cos 2t. We have to find out dy by dx. Now this question involves many things, various things. Okay. So the first thing you have to look very carefully. Second part means dx by dt. If I am showing you dy by dt will also be done like that. So you have x as sine cube t divided by under root cos t. So dx by dt will be equal to, we'll apply the quotient rule. And how to apply the quotient rule, you know already that. Square of the denominator, so the root will go, so it will be cos t. So under root cos 2t, this will be under root cos 2t. Differentiation of sine cube t will be same as x to the power n. So nx to the power n, that is 3 sine square t. Then again for sine will be cos t. So what do you get? You will get sine square t cos t. And 3 is also there. So 3 thrice of this. Now coming to the second part, negative, minus. Now we have to differentiate under root cos 2t. So sine cube t will remain like that. And we have to differentiate under root cos 2t. So under root cos 2t is simply cos 2t to the power half. That is, when we differentiate it, it will be half cos 2t to the power half minus 1. So half cos 2t to the power minus half. So it will be, this cos 2t will go in the denominator. So 1 by 2 under root cos 2t. Alright. So 1 by twice under root cos 2t. Now cos 2t again we have to do. Cos 2t will be minus sine 2t. And then 2t will be 2. Differentiation of 2t will also be done. So it will be 2. So this plus. Okay. So now I am cancelling this 2 and 2. But we have to take the numerator and we have to solve it properly. How are you going to solve it? Just assume that this cos 2t is already there. I am saying denominator I am not going to touch. It will be cos 2t. I am going to tell you about the numerator. The numerator we have to take the LCM and we have to solve it till the point it is possible. Alright. Okay. So this 3 under root cos 2t sine square t cos t. Cos t plus this sine cube t sine 2t divided by under root cos 2t. Let us take the LCM. Cross multiply and then the multiplication of the denominator like that. So 3 under root will go. So it will be cos 2t, then sine square t and cos t plus multiply this sine cube t and sine 2t. And in the denominator what you are going to get? Under root of cos 2t. So cos 2t this will be, and under root of cos 2t. So this is what you get in the numerator. Please remember, last sine 2t we are going to put as 2 sine t cos t, but later, not now, because this is just some 10-20% we have done. Oh, the question is very big. So we have to do the dy by dt also, and then we have to divide them also, and then we have to apply a different formula which is coming from trigonometry. Coming to y. So dy by dt will be equal to what? It is going to be, see, this is going to be in the denominator cos 2t, because it will be square. I am using the quotient rule. Under root cos 2t will remain like this, that only, and this cos 2t. And then we have the differentiation of cos cube t. It will be 3 cos square t. Differentiation of cos t will be minus sin t. Please remember minus sin t. Then you have negative, minus means, and cos cube t differentiation of under root cos 2t was 1 by, please remember everything we have done. Okay. So you just have to repeat. This is just a repetition of what we did in dx by dt in this case. So 1 by twice under root cos 2t. Cos 2t will be minus sin 2t, and the differentiation of 2t will also be 2. So various things we have to see here. Now 2 you can cancel out just as the previous one. So now what we will do is we will forget about cos 2t in the denominator. We are going to solve the numerator, and we will write this in the same way we wrote dx by dt, if you have followed whole of the question. Alright, I am doing the numerator now. So it will be under root get cancelled, so it will be cos 2t only. So 3 cos 2t cos square t sin t, and then we have this cos cube t and then sin 2t. Denominator, what do we have? This. So now we will introduce this, means we have this cos 2t was already there. Cos 2t into under root cos 2t dy by dt. So now we are going to divide these two, dy by dt and dx by dt. Okay. So when you divide this, cos 2t under root cos 2t, this gets cancelled. Cos 2t and cos root t, this will get cancelled. Okay. So let us see this. This gets cancelled. So I'm not going to write that because it is going to get cancelled. And the numerator denominator you already know. So I am writing the numerator and denominator, dy by dx. Numerator, this gets cancelled as I already indicated you just now, because we are actually doing dy by dx by dy by dt and dx by dt, dividing them. So let me write what will remain, because cos t under root cos 2t will get cancelled. So you have minus 3 cos 2t cos square t sin t. This we have already done. I showed you already. So now cos cube t sin 2t now. Denominator you will have 3 cos 2t sin square t cos t, and in the second term will be sin cube t sin 2t. Now sin 2t you have to write as 2 sin t cos t. In the denominator also last term will be 2 sin t cos t, and now you have to take sin t and cos t from the numerator and from the denominator as common. Until you don't do that, you will not be able to, because there are so many terms. How are you going to solve that? So cos t and sin t will come from that is why we did sin 2t as 2 sin t cos t. Okay. So now we have cos t sin t being taken out. Inside this we will have this minus 3 cos 2t and cos t, and then we have since plus 2 cos, see it is cos, already we have this taken, so cos cube t. In the denominator also, as I just indicated, sin t and cos t has to be taken out. So I'm just cancelling these from here. So sin t cos t I am taking from here, cos t sin t. What all will remain? In the inside it will be 3 cos 2t sin t. First term will be this 3 cos 2t sin t, and the second term will be, as in the numerator by analogy, it will be 2 sin cube t. Cancel these two out. What do we do here? Now this cos 2t we have in the numerator also, cos 2t in the denominator also. So numerator will put cos 2t as 2 cos square t minus 1. In the denominator we will do differently. Denominator cos 2t will write it as 1 minus 2 sin square t. 1 minus 2 sin square t. So what are you going to get? minus 3 is 2 cos square t minus 1 into cos t plus 2 cos cube t. In the denominator, as I just indicated you, it will be 1 minus 2 sin square t. Why? Because in the denominator it is all full of sin. So we cannot write cos. So we have 1 minus 2 sin square t. Here we have sin t plus 2 sin cube t. Just multiply all of it. Whatever is in the numerator means you have to have separate terms. Because there may be some cancellation and there may be some combination. Multiply inside. Because there will be a formula coming. Please remember cos 3t is 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t. Sin 3t is 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. So I am just multiplying this. So minus 3 into 2 is 6 and then we have minus plus. So I am multiplying cos t into 3. So and don't take cos and sin common here. That will be a problem because we are actually going to make the cos 3t and sin 3t formula. If we take this cos t and sin t common, as we have taken earlier, there will not be any formula being formed. So we have multiplied now. So minus 6 here and minus 6 cos cube t and 2 cos cube t in the numerator. There is 3 cos t also. In the denominator you have what? See 3 sin t minus 6 sin cube t plus 2 sin cube t. So this 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So what do you get? Minus 4 cos cube t plus 3 cos t. And I am taking a negative. I am not showing it, but I am taking a negative from here because we have to make the formula. That is 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t. In the denominator, it will be 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. So this is cos 3t. If you take the negative out, it will be cos 3t. And in the denominator, it will be simply sin 3t. Negative is already there. Cos 3t by sin 3t is minus cot 3t. Minus cot 3t. Okay. This question we will take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.